Under the twin suns of the alien world, Zephyr, a human named Jace, walked through the bustling markets, feeling out of place among the tall, elegant alien beings with their shimmering skin and luminous eyes. He had been here for only a few months working as a mechanic for traders. After his ship had broken down and money had run dry, Jace had grown used to the curious stares and occasional laughter at his shorter human frame. But today, something different happened. He saw her across the market, her hair like flowing silver, her skin a pale lavender that caught the light in a way that made her glow. She was smiling at a merchant as she examined delicate crystals, and Jace felt his heart hammer in a way it hadn't for a long time. He found himself walking toward her before he even thought about it. When she turned her gaze on him, he felt like she could see through him entirely. Her name was Lyra, and when she spoke, her voice was soft yet carried a melody that made the noise of the market fade. She asked what a human was doing so far from home, and Jace explained the situation. She listened with a mix of curiosity and something else he couldn't name. The next weeks, they met often, sometimes by accident, sometimes because he lingered where he knew she might appear. They walked by the river spoke under the glowing night trees and shared meals that made Jace forget he was so far from Earth. It wasn't long before he realized he was falling for her, and the way she laughed made him forget the weight of everything wrong in his life. One evening, as the moons rose over the cliffs, she told him something important. Her father was a powerful military commander, one of the most respected and feared men in the Zephyrian system, and he was known for his distrust of humans. Lyra warned him that if her father found out about them, he would not take it lightly. Jace didn't care. He told her he wasn't afraid. But when the day came that her father discovered them, it happened so quickly Jace barely had time to react. He was standing with Lyra outside her home when a tall, imposing figure emerged. His armor gleamed black and red, his eyes cold and calculating. "So you are the human," he said in a voice like iron. Before Jace could speak, soldiers surrounded him. Lyra tried to protest, but her father raised a hand and silenced her. "You will not see him again. Instead, the human will serve in the Zephyrian army." Jace was dragged away to a transport ship, his heart pounding not from fear, but from the thought of leaving Lyra behind. The next days were a blur of harsh training, alien weapons, strange drills under unfamiliar skies, and a language he barely understood. The other recruits eyed him with suspicion, some openly hostile, others merely curious. But the commanders were relentless. They pushed him until his muscles burned and his mind felt numb. Jace learned to fight with plasma blades, to fire energy rifles, and to navigate terrain on alien worlds that could kill with a wrong step at night. He thought of Lyra, her smile, her voice, her touch, and it kept him going. He told himself he would survive and find his way back to her. Months passed, and battles came. Jace was thrown into skirmishes against rival worlds, fighting side by side with aliens who had once doubted him. He saved lives, earned scars, and began to earn respect from those around him. Still, the thought of Lyra never faded. One night, after a brutal mission, his commanding officer told him he had been summoned by the High Commander. Jace knew it was her father. When they met again, the older alien studied him silently. "You have survived," he said. "You have fought. Well, perhaps you are more than a weak creature." I believe Jace stood his ground and said he fought for more than survival. He fought to return to one. He loved the commander's gaze hardened, but something in his expression shifted. He told Jace that if he could survive one final mission, a nearly impossible task, he would allow him to see Lyra again. Jace accepted without hesitation. The mission took him to a frozen moon where storms could tear a man apart. The enemy forces were strong and the terrain deadly, but Jace pushed through with a small squad, fighting tooth and nail until their objective was complete. By the time he returned, he was barely standing. The High Commander met him, and after a long silence, simply said, "Go to her." When Jace saw Lyra again, it was under the glowing trees where they had first walked. She ran to him, and they embraced for a long moment, neither speaking. Words were not needed. She told him she had never stopped thinking of him, and he promised her he would never leave again. Her father watched from a distance, his expression unreadable, but he did not interfere. Jace knew he had earned something beyond permission. He had earned respect, and though the scars of war would never fade, neither would the love that had carried him through it all.